Well, fishers, I thought I'd struggle a little bit again this week with fishing reports, but it doesn't seem that's going to be the case. I'm starting to get a few crews in. They're not big numbers of fish, and the reports aren't spectacular, but they're certainly an improvement on the last 2 or 3 weeks. A little bit of sunshine, surprising what it does. I can tell you, it really makes a big difference. Dartmouth's pretty good, so the boys down there tell me they reckon it's, I wouldn't say firing, but certainly producing a few nice trout. Pretty happy with it. One that is good down there, which I don't mention very often, is Compleat Pondage, getting some very good reports out of there. Typical troll scenarios doing all right. Minnow body lures like McGraths, CC minnows, anything of that nature would be better than anything else. Well, that's what the reports are telling me anyway. Obviously the old Tassie Devil will work quite nicely, but those minnow bodies get you down another 10, 12 feet, and I think that's where the big success has been, just a little bit more depth, especially if it's glassy on the surface. Bait fishing with scrubworm seems to be okay, Compleat as well. Hume Weir, bit of a surprise there. A few cod come out of the Hume Weir over the last week, 5 to be exact that I know of. Could be a lot more obviously, they don't tell me everything, but there has been a few cod and I'm surprised. We don't normally get a lot of cod out of the Hume Weir and it seems to be a bit earlier than normal, so this could be the start of the native fish season starting to fire up. Don't forget though, the cod season closed on the 1st of September, but that means that the natives are starting to move and we're getting a few yellow bellies starting to come into the system as well, so looking very promising. Down at my whaler the other day and the boys down there tell me that it's starting to produce a few cod now that it's full. Haven't heard of a lot of good reports, but 4 or 5 in over the last couple of days hasn't been too bad. The water's got a fair bit of colour in it still, but it's clear enough to spin obviously because the fish being caught have been caught on the troll. Murrumbidgee River around Wagga starting to clean up nicely, although we're forecast more rain and that could dirty it again. But let's cross our fingers and hope it doesn't. Oh, before I forget, below the Hume Weir, some good catches of crays, plenty of them. It's been one of the better seasons we've heard of as far as the crays. And don't forget again, at the end of this month is the close of the cray season. So you only got a couple of weeks left at best. So get into it if you want to get some, and other than that, you're just going to miss out. Murrumbidgee River, like I said, bit of colour, should clear up in the next few days if we don't get too much heavy rain. Getting a few on bait, and the lure fishermen should get back into it. And the same story, you'll get a few crays around here too. By the way, I don't think it's been as good here as it has been in the Murray below the Hume, but it's certainly worth a bit of a look. Old Man Creek haven't had a report from it this week. Blowering Dam, certainly worth the effort. The odd occasional big cod coming out of there. Where the big success rate's has been Tentengra, Eucabean and Jindabyne. Fantastic amount of trout getting caught up there at the moment. It's very, very good. Most of the blokes up there are trolling and they're getting some really good results. Bag limits don't seem to be too hard to obtain up there at the moment. Tentengra, it's rising very quickly, certainly worth the effort. If you're not into the trolling scenario all day, fish off the bank with scrubworms, you just can't beat it. Or little barty grubs, that'll cover the options too. So as you can see, there's a fair bit of action around us at the moment. It's a big improvement over the last couple of weeks, so hopefully it'll keep going that way. Cross your fingers. This is the Compleat English Fishing Report. We'll catch you again next week.